The next 30 minutes will strengthen your core. I guarantee it. Hey, what's up? I'm Preston. Let's do some abs and core exercise. First, we start with a warm-up. Like usual, cat and cow is a great start. Come to all fours. Round your back, push the mat away for that cat. Then inhale, drop your stomach, arch the back, look up for the cow. We'll do one more cat. Thank you so much for joining me today. One more cow. All you will need is a mat and some water. Nice work. From here, let's stretch out the abs a little bit. Walk the hands forward. Drop the pelvis down towards the mat. Exhale, squeeze your butt. Look up. Shoulders out of your ears. High cobra, stretching out the abs. Nice work. Then from here, let's come back to all fours. Stretch out the upper back a little bit. Raise the left arm up to the sky. Thread it underneath your right armpit. Resting your left shoulder on the mat. Then you walk your right hand forward. And you just hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Walk your hand back. That's the average view duration on the screen there. If you're still watching, that means you are above average. Raise the right arm up to the sky. Thread it underneath the left armpit. Rest your right shoulder on the mat. Walk your left hand forward. Stretching out that right shoulder. And then let's walk our hands back to center. And from here, we will do a quick child's pose. Widen your knees, shift your weight back to your heels. Friendly reminder, or not friendly reminder, quick recap of what we're doing today. We're starting our journey with a plank for 1 minute and 17 seconds. Then we do some abs and core exercise. You can come out of that plank, the child's pose if you want. I'm just trying to start up the old Instagram live. There we go. Let's come back to all fours. Get ready for our first plank of the day. Step our right foot back, our left foot back, and we are in that straight arm plank. My feet are about hip distance apart. I'm engaging my abs. Shoulder blades are slightly retracted. I'm looking down at the mat. I'm contemplating my existence. All 10 fingers are spread nice and wide. Toes are curled under. Your butt should be in line with your shoulders, or maybe slightly below your shoulders. Your tailbone's tucked under. So you don't want your butt up in the air like this. You want it in line with your shoulders, or maybe slightly below. The goal here is to have every muscle in your entire body tightened. And another goal, perhaps, would be to improve on this every time. We will end the routine with another one of these, and we will add on 1 second each time we do it. So next plank we'll do for 1 minute and 18 seconds. Alright, nice work. Let's take a quick child's pose here before we move on to the other things. Alright. Single leg glute single leg glute bridge. Let's do half on the right leg up to the sky, left foot on the mat. You press your hips up and then slowly lower each vertebrae down. Let's do 2 more on this side before we have to switch to the other side. Last one. Alright, let's switch. Right leg down, left leg up to the sky. Hands on the mat. You press into your left heel. Squeeze through your glutes. That's your butt. To lift your hips up. And then lower each vertebrae touching the mat. Nice work. Side wood chops. We could come up to seated for this. It's a nice oblique twisting motion. Hands to center. Chop to the right as you look over. We'll do half all to the right. So I really want you to twist and follow your hands with your eyes. And when I mean twist, imagine you're trying to wring out like a cloth or something. Let's switch to the other side. So we're chopping wood chops to the left. Imagine you had an axe in your hand and you're trying to chop a tree. What motion would you do for that? Nice big twists. Awesome work. Flutter kicks up next. Let's lie on our back. Man, my mouth is full of marbles today. Lower back glute to the mat. Legs out to 45 degree angle, glued together. Let's do small little flutter kicks. Small range of motion. Just up and down and up and down and up and down. You want to make sure that your lower back stays glued to the mat. The way you do that is you push your core, your abs down, your ribs down. That engages your core muscles, which will help keep your pelvis stable and will allow you to do these small little flutter kicks. Keep it going. 2 and 1. Nice work. What's up next? Oblique twist. So let's do the oblique twist like Ukrainian twist. Let's come up to seated. We'll do the more advanced version. Feet off the mat, hands to prayer position, slightly lean back, and then rotate left and right. So it's like the side wood chops we did a few exercises ago, but now we have our feet off the mat. We're leaning back. We're trying to get that elbow as low to the mat as possible. Last 10 seconds. Alrighty then, lean back kicks. So, I like to do these on my forearms. I lean back, drive my knees into my chest, and then kick out, legs glued together. Bring your knees into your chest, kick out. A more advanced version is coming off your legs like we were doing the Ukrainian twists and extending and bending. So you bend your knees in, you extend your legs out. Other option here is to lean back on your forearms. This allows me to get my legs a little closer to the mat so I get that longer leg lever. Last 10 seconds. So either forearms off the mat or on the mat. Object here is no feet on the mat. Teaser preparation. So if you could do the full Pilates teaser, go for it. I cannot. Let's bring our legs to tabletop. Sit up nice and tall, legs to tabletop. And then let's try and straighten our legs out. Arms up next to our ears. Slightly lean back. So we're kind of in like a V. And then let's circle the arms around. Grab underneath our thighs. Let's try that again. Maybe legs even a little higher this time. Arms a little further back. Hollowing out your core. And then swinging around. Grab your thighs. Let's try and do one more. We'll hold it for the last 10 seconds. Kind of like a hollow body hold. Hollowing out your core. Nice work. Whew. That one got me. X ups up next. So our body makes an X on the mat, and then we curl up, opposite hand, opposite foot, then back down, curl up, opposite hand, opposite foot. So you really want to try and keep those legs straight. A little challenge here is to keep your feet off the mat the entire time. So whatever version you're doing, try and keep those legs nice and straight. Really reach for opposite foot. Nice work. Windshield wipers. Windshield wipers. Let's do the leg windshield wipers today. So our hands are behind our hips. We make big rainbows or windshield wipers with our legs. Our legs are glued together. A little bit more challenging here is to take your hands off the mat, bring them to your chest, and still try and make those big windshield wiper movements with your legs. Big up and over. So either hands off the mat or on the mat. Keep it going. And nice work. Tabletop crunches. Flip on over. Lie on down. Lower back into the mat. Legs making a 90-degree angle. Tabletop, hands gently behind the head. And we're crunching up. Small little crunches. Focusing on using this part of the body here, from your ribs to your hips, to do the movement. Your hands are just barely supporting your head. Your elbows are nice and wide. Your legs are in that 90-degree bend at the knee. Last 10 seconds. Just small little crunches here. Friendly reminder, you can always chat with me. You could always say what's up. Just open up that chat box and say hi on almost every platform. What's up? What's up next? Bicycle toe taps. All right, so same position. Start with your legs in tabletop, elbows nice and wide. We twist our left armpit to the right knee, extend the left leg, and then we take that hand and reach up for the right toe. And back to center. So one bicycle, one toe tap, one bicycle, one toe tap. You're probably not going to reach your toes, but the goal here is to really reach for those toes as far as you can while the other leg is out straight. All right, frog stand up next. A calisthenics movement. We're doing the beginner version of this. So you start with your feet in a low sumo squat. You shift your weight forward. You shift all your weight into your hands. Let me show you from the side view. Interlock or lock your elbows into your knees here. You shift your weight forward. You balance, taking your feet off the mat, and you just hold that balance. You might lose your balance. You might not be able to get your feet off the mat at all. But the goal here is to try, practice using your core to balance your body in this frog shape. Wow. Cool stuff. What's up next? Twisting sit-up to knee. So, feet out in front of you, knees slightly bent. We're going to do a twisting sit-up. Twist, opposite elbow, opposite knee. Come back down. Twist, other direction. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Try to not use a lot of momentum here. Try and use your core to pull yourself off the mat. Really big twist, getting that knee to the elbow. By that I mean elbow to that knee. All right, shoulders elevated, hip raise, also known as humping the air. Feet on the mat, hands behind your hips. You lift your pelvis up to the sky with your hands and feet supporting, and then you lower back down. As soon as your butt touches the mat, you're humping the air once again. Keep it going. Try and get that pelvis to touch the ceiling. And maybe hold it at the top for a second. 13 more seconds here. All right. Nice work. Bear hold with a reach. You start on all fours. You hover your knees off the mat just a couple of inches, and then you take one arm, you reach it out long, you hold it for a second, then back down to the bear hold, then other arm, reach it out long, back down to center, keeping your knees just a couple of inches off the mat the entire time. A balance challenge, a core stability challenge. The goal here is to not rock your pelvis. It's to keep it still and just reach forward as you look down at the mat. 5 more seconds. You can do it. Try and get one more in. Nice work. Jackknife. Lie on down. You're going to be reaching your legs and your arms up at the same time, like so, and then back down. The best you can. Arms and legs come up at the same time, and challenge yourself. See if you can hold it at the top for a few seconds before coming back down. Some jackknives are better than others. The more you do these, the more you will improve everything in your life. Neck pull up next. I'm not good at this one. So let's start sitting up actually. Sit up with your legs out in front of you. Hands behind your neck. First pull forward a little bit so you're leaning, hinging at the hips over your legs. And then let's roll on down with our hands behind our head. Elbows nice and wide. Slow, slow, slow. And then once you're down, you're going to gently pull your neck to come back up. I need to use momentum to do this because my core strength is not so great. Tuck your pelvis on the way down. Let each vertebrae touch the mat. The goal is to try and do this as slow and controlled as possible without using momentum. Let's transition to the next exercise, body saw. Body saw, you start in a forearm plank, both legs back. Let's bring our legs together this time. Forearm plank, elbows under your shoulders or slightly in front, and we're just going to saw our body forward and back. Engage those abs, tighten your stomach. Navel to spine action. Rock back and forth, using your toes to push your nose forward, and then your forearms to drag yourself back. 5 more seconds. Yes, nice work. What's next? Tuck up. So kind of what we were doing earlier. We're going to start lying down, and we're going to tuck our knees into our chest. Let me just move my mat so my head doesn't crash into the couch. Tuck our knees into our chest, and then extend out long. Tuck it in, extend out long. You can also lower the difficulty by having your hands behind, forearms supporting your weight. We were doing that earlier with the kick-outs. Otherwise, try and do entire body extended and then tucked. Bird dog. Alright, I shall do it facing this way, so I have more room for my arms. From all fours, you extend your right leg back, hip height, left arm forward, look down at the mat, hold that pose, engage those abs, then drive that knee towards your chest, and then everything comes back down. Let's do the left leg out this time, hip height, right arm straight out in front of you, engage those abs, hold it for a second, then drive right elbow to left knee. The goal here is to first hold that form with your hips pointed down. Then second, engage those abs so you take out that dip in your lower back. That's what I'm working on. Heel walk coming up next. So we're basically going to have our heels on the mat, lift our hips just a couple of inches off the mat, and we're going to walk ourselves to the back of our mat, then walk ourselves to the front of the mat. You can challenge yourself by lifting your hips up as high as they can go. This is similar to the crab walk we do, but the crab walk we have both feet flat on the mat. This is heels on the mat. Last 3 seconds. Nice work. All right, just a standard crunch coming up. Hands either gently supporting your head, elbows nice and wide, or hands gently next to your temples, feet on the mat. And we're just crunching little crunches like so. Since this is a simplified exercise, really focus on using your abs to lift your torso, head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Just small little crunches. That's all it is. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. Alrighty then. Ukrainian twists. We did that earlier. Let's do it again. The version we did last time, we called it Oblique Twists. I'll fix that in my program because they're basically the same exercise. I think I'll take out Oblique Twists and just keep Ukrainian twists. So feet off the mat, knees slightly bent. You are reclined slightly. You are twisting side to side, following your following your hands with your eyes, or following your elbows with your eyes. You could do that too. Wonderful work. Pelvic lift. Feet hip distance apart, lie on down, hands next to your side, similar to the one-legged glute bridge earlier, but we're going to focus on lifting our pelvis using our abs. We're going to hold it at the top, and then on the way down, we're going to feel each vertebrae touch the mat, rounding back down. As soon as your pelvis touches, you peel your pelvis up, pushing through your abs, your glutes. Keep that going at your own pace. Exhale on the way up. Hold it at the top. Inhale on the way down. Great job. And scissor crossovers. So I'll show you from the front view because I think it might be easier. Lie on down. Legs out to 45-degree angle, head down, and we're just going to scissor our legs, but we're going to cross them over like so. Lower back stays glued to the mat, 45-degree angle with the legs, just crossing our feet over, side view. Slicing and dicing with those legs. Lower back glued to the mat. 5 more seconds. Nice work. Last exercise is our plank for 1 minute and 18 seconds. Let's do it. Come to that plank. Feet hip distance apart or together. Abs nice and engaged, really squeezing through that midsection, squeezing your butt, tucking your pelvis under, looking down at the mat. I have to retract my shoulder blades because I have kyphosis, upper back rounding, because of all the computer work that I do. You could also do a forearm plank. Just make sure you bring your butt with you. Same rules apply. Your butt is in line with your shoulders. You're squeezing your butt, maybe tucking your pelvis under, squeezing those abs, lengthening every muscle of the body. Less than 30 seconds left. You can transition between forearm and straight arm, whatever works for you. After this, we do a cool down, and then we will be done. Last 10 seconds, and we'll sit back into a child's pose. Nice work. Widen your knees, sit back into a child's pose. That was a plank for 1 minute and 18 seconds. Next time we do it, we'll do it for 1 minute and 19 seconds. Cool down time. From that child's pose, walk your left hand over to your mat, or hands over to the left, I should say. Really stretch out that right arm. And walk your hands over to the other side. Sit your weight back towards your heels. Great work today. And let's come back to center. Come back up to all fours. We'll do some of the same movements we started out with. Let's walk our hands to the top of the mat. Drop your pelvis down. Squeeze your butt. Look up. Push your shoulders down and back. Stretch out those abs. This is high cobra. Maybe look left and right. And then let's come back to all fours. Nice and neutral. Exhale, round the back, push the mat away. For the cat, rock your weight back to your heels for a moving cat. And then come back to center. Arch your back, look up for the cow. We'll do one more cat. Rock it back. Come back to center. Cow. Nice work. Since our neck was in use a little bit today, we'll do some neck rolls. Since we were on the wrists for a little bit, we'll do some wrist rolls. Let's start with some wrist rolls. Just arms out, roll your wrists in one direction. And then the other direction. Let's circle the head in one direction. Nice big neck roll. We'll do one more same direction. And then let's reverse that. 2 big neck rolls, opposite direction. Nice work. We'll take 3 big deep breaths in. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Nice big inhale and exhale. And then last one. Bring your palms to your heart. You are all done. That was 30 minutes of abs and core Pilates. You did great. If you liked the video, please watch one of the hundreds of other videos on the channel. We do something different every day at 1 p.m. Come exercise with us every weekday. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much, and bye now.